Hi everyone, it's Jean, and tonight we're here with another episode of JG Beauty, and we'll be doing a NYX haul. I haven't heard NYX mentioned much lately in the YouTube community. I'm subscribed to about 5 channels. Maybe I'm subscribed to luxury channels, and that's the reason, luxury brand makeup channels, but some of the channels do all sorts of makeup, so I haven't really heard about this brand NYX in a hot minute. So I got my Inside Out Target bag full of NYX. I'm going to dump it all out so we don't hear the crinkle of the bag all night long while we do this video. And I've decided I'm not going to swatch the palette that I got. Okay, a couple of things in there. Because this is a full face video, and if I swatch these for a 12-16 colors, then I think we're going to be here all night. And, you know, as much as I enjoy doing these videos and as much as I hope you enjoy watching them, you know, I don't want to be here for a 40-minute video, and I don't think you want to be here watching a 40-minute video either. So without further ado, let's get started on this neglected brand and let's see what we can find out. I will say right off the bat, if I can find it, yes, that I did swatch this before. It is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, and I really find it to be smoothing, to be flattering. It's just a good foundation, and I think it was $18. I'll verify that and I'll put it up on the screen. But it's just a nice smooth foundation that color matches on my hand absolutely seamlessly. So, okay, let's get ready to go. I have a couple of products that are not NYX, such as my Anastasia Brow Freeze, such as my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And is there anything else? And my Color Sensational by Maybelline lip liner. They're not NYX products. I couldn't find a NYX eyeliner in my Target. I couldn't find a NYX setting spray in my Target, though I'm pretty sure NYX does make those products. At least the lip liner they have to make. Anyway, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is prime with this jelly primer. It's a jelly primer, but if you've ever seen or know what pectin is, it's like what they put in jelly beans. It's more of a textured jelly, more of like a harder kind of, not hard, just harder kind of jelly. This is what this feels like. Let's open it. This is the Bear With Me primer, and I will show you what the inside of it looks like. I want to get this all over my table. It comes out like a jelly, if you can see. Woo! Let's get that back in. But it's also got this kind of jagged kind of texture, if you can see that. But let's give it a shot. I don't want to put too much on, and I kind of feel like I should get my hair up and away from the side of my face, but now that I have this jelly primer on my hand, I can't really do that. Let's do this. Hair up. Okay. So the only reason, and I think I've mentioned this in a video before, that I would use a primer is to, smooth out pores. I don't want a hydrating primer. I don't want a primer that's going to set my makeup for a long period of time, because I can always use a setting spray. I need a primer to smooth out pores. This is more of a hydrating primer, but it just intrigued me, the jelly texture, and I wanted to give it a try. So that's what we're doing. Okay, that feels nice and cooling on the skin. I think it makes the skin look smooth. What's the call out on this? This is infused with aloe and cucumber, this lightweight, bouncy. That's the kind of pectin texture I'm talking about. Water-based jelly primer moisturizes and preps your complexion for a fresh start. And it does feel cooling, and my skin does feel, for lack of a better word, good. That's the Bear With Me primer. This product is NYX, and I've had it a while. It's the Bear With Me Concealer Serum, and my shade is beige. So we're gonna do that. I always do concealer before foundation because I don't want concealer coming down over here over my foundation, and you rarely get a perfect match between concealer and foundation. I'd much rather have the foundation come over here and blend it in that way. I feel like it makes for, again, to use the word, a little more seamless of a, oh, the cap fell off, a little more seamless of a look. Let's get this cap on. The little nozzle pump fell off because I dropped it on the floor, so that might be what would happen. Okay. And I did pump a good bit, so we're going to use it on both eyes. And I don't use a beauty blender. I use my fingers for application of concealer. I find it works just as well. And since I didn't bring my primer out from my bathroom, we're going to use the serum. Awfully thirsty this evening. See, and then I'll just spread it down. Okay. The next thing we are going to do, which I do with my hands again, I do with my hands again. Actually, no, I'm going to use this is an IT foundation brush. So I'll pump a little on my hand. You guys all know the drill. We're all makeup experts here. I pumped about that much on my hand, which is a lot, I think. Let's see what this looks like. So far it seems to be going on really evenly, really smoothly, with nice coverage. What kind of coverage does this say this has? Full coverage. And I think that looks good. I think that looks really nice. I don't know if I do things in the order that other YouTubers do things in terms of what makeup I put on in what sequence, but next we're going for the brows. That's done. I really think that this is a keeper, this foundation, and that amount that I pumped seems to be a good amount. I just want to keep doing this because it looks good. Okay, what's next? Brows. So we have, and I opened this already just because it's hard to get the little clear seal sticker open, and I don't want to spend time doing that on camera. Oops. I'll be honest with you, there are things I don't like about my filming techniques, and one of them is the I gotta get rid of the No one likes to share their weaknesses, but it's not like it's a hidden weakness. You can all hear that I say, and I can either try to filter it out of my mind or edit it out of the content. But when you say it so often, it kind of gets hard to edit it out of the content. Or if you're saying it right in the middle of, oh, there's a really long, it's not gonna come off like this. Let's see if we can get it down with the brow freeze. And I don't mind the block brow, so to speak, look so much. I really don't. I just think brows are meant to frame your face. I don't mind if you can see or can't see individual hairs or a fluffed look, even though this is the, I did not say what this is, did I? This is the Fill and Fluff eyebrow pencil, and this is number 4 chocolate. It's my cat. She wants to join in on the filming. Have you ever seen cats that people paint their claws? I mean, I could never in a million years imagine my cat sitting still for that. I guess you have to start to do something like that from when they're kittens. She won't sit still for anything of that nature. So now's the fluff part. And now, of course, my nose is running. I'm gonna have to use a Claritin or something before I film to nip that problem in the bud. It's just, anyway. So there, those look good, Fill and Fluff. And now we will put on the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which I'm sure I don't put on the right way. I think you're supposed to brush up and brush over. Mine's just to hold them in place. I'm not trying to do anything other than that, and my hair is in the way. This brush is just a brush set that I got at Walmart. There were 5 colored brushes, 1 for eyes. I don't think there was any for cheeks. A couple for eyes. This has another side for brows or maybe liner. It was a very cheap brush set. I just like the colors, so I used the green one to set my brows with the brow freeze. Okay, done with the brow freeze. Next, I think we're going to go into the eyes. This way, in case we have any fallout, we can brush it off before we do the rest of the complexion. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go with, first, and these are only numbered, so there are no names, number 10, which my finger is pointing to right here. No, I'm sorry. Number 13, which my finger is pointing to right here. I'm going to go in with my Fenty detail brush on my lid and a little bit above the crease to heighten the crease. You've seen me use this technique before, and it's good for hooded eyes. It makes you look like you have larger or more lid space. Let me tap this off a bit. This is a clean brush. A little bit above the crease. Okay. Not bad. Let me swatch this color just for the heck of it. So it does swatch pretty nicely, pretty smoothly. Get a little more on there. Again, get this problem under control, girl. I wonder why some of them have crowns on them embossed into them and others don't. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of this palette is the Ultimate Queen. So I wonder if they're highlighting those shades. Those are the queen shades. Since there's the crown, I'm not quite sure, but okay, nice color, nice look. Now, per usual, I'm going to clean off my brush, or at least clean off. It's not really clean, it's just getting rid of, I can't open this, a shade. I don't want to ruin my nails. These are just glue on, and if you have to lift anything with any friction or resistance to it, they pop right off, as one did today. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this darker shade, which is number 12, which would make sense in the order that they're in. And I'm going to go in the outer corner in circular motions. Look at the face that I'm making. I can't just do this. Well, I have to do this. I'm gonna buff this in a little more, but that is pretty good. It's a little bit up higher here, but I think we got rid of that problem. Okay. This just needed a dab. It just needed a touch. It spread nicely. It spread evenly. That was like the easiest dab of eyeshadow that I've ever put on in my life. I'll clean it out again with the color switch. I think I've shown you, I'm sure I've shown you this color switch before. This is the mini one by Sephora. I'm not going to put the cap on since it's so hard to get off, but it's a sponge and you press and swirl your brush in there and it gets rid of the color, so you can use the same brush immediately in a different color. So now we're going to go with a Frost, which is number 2, this one. Yeah, I think that looks good. And I'm going to clean this brush off for next time. So that palette I think was about $16.99. Again, I'll put the price in. provided I can find it, which I don't think will be a problem. Okay. Now, we're going to line. We're going to line with the That's the Point liner. NYX makes about 7 liners called That's the Point, and this I think is the skinniest of them all. This says, this skinny mini has been known to slip into some pretty small places. Its finely pointed black felt tip is designed to deliver a precise winged line right at the lash line. It's awfully hard to do a wing, even though they show tutorials how to do winged liner with hooded eyes. I still can't get it right. I just can't. So I'm just going to do a simple line right on the lash line. And I like it nice and thin, especially because I do have hooded eyes. If I do a thick line, it gets caught up under the hood. So no sense in even doing that. Plus, I don't like that really heavy look. Just not my thing. One thing that always happens when I do my liner is I get that, since I go so low, I get that black dot. I'm not that impressed with this liner. You have to press hard to get the pigment out, and if you press hard, you lose control, I find, and it becomes thicker, the line. Yeah, so at the pressure I'm using, it's really not coming out much. You really have to press hard to get the line, and I press kind of hard on that. But this is the kind of pressure that I like to use. I don't know, it's still not coming out on the eye that well. And it's kind of going all over the place. So I think this is a negative in my book. Yes, kitty. I don't think it's, look at it, it's all over the place. Skinny liner, hella fine liner is a negative in my book. Okay, now I'm going to contour. Excuse this one more time. And now the cat's up on the table, so I don't know if she's going to get into the frame here, but she's smelling all of the makeup. Are you interested? What? Okay. No, we're not going to do the contour. We're going to do our mascara, which is called Worth the Hype. And let's see if it is. So far, not bad. Seems to lengthen. Is there anything written on here? It just says mascara. There are no volume and lengthening mascara. That's what it says. And it does seem to be lengthening. I'm not the type that uses lashes. I'm not the type that lines under my eyes. with powder, with liner. I find that you look like a hot mess a couple of hours into the day, if not less. Okay, so now we'll go to the contour with the Wonder Stick. So this has a highlighter and a contour all in one, except I did buy a separate highlighter. It just looks so pretty. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's really pretty, and I think it goes on well too. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Okay, so I'm going to put, it took me a while to figure out how to roll this up. I'm like this, like this, like this, like this, but you have to hold the middle. Oh, I thought I had it figured out. I guess I don't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see the middle. I'm just gonna put a little bit here. And a little bit here. A little bit here and a little bit here. I don't know if I should try to do, no, I'm not going to try to do my nose. I don't have the right brush for that out here right now. Okay. So let's buff this in. Buff it in on the other side. I feel like I can still see a line. Okay, and let's buff this in up here. That is easy to work with. It blends very nicely, easy to work with. I think it's a good shade. I like that. I do like that. Now, I'll swatch the highlighter for you, even though I'm not going to use it. It's kind of nice. Maybe I'll use one highlighter on one. Okay, so now we're going to go into the other Wonder Stick, which is the blush Wonder Stick. There's this one color, there are two colors here, and one color, let me scoot you in a little. One color is a Barbie pink, which I'm not crazy about. And one color is this really, can I get this out? Really pretty coral. It's coming. There we go. Okay, this really pretty coral. And I'll swatch both of them for you. This first, I have to see it myself before I, is the see, the pretty corally pink. It's not coral, it's a corally pink, and that's the color I'll be using tonight. And this is the Barbie pink. Underneath it. So not my favorite blush color, but the coral is. So I'm going to use it with my fingers. I'm just gonna put it on my face. Put it on my face and melt it in. There's a line there. Okay, I think that looks good. This is a little higher, I think. And then we're going to try the one highlighter on one side and the other highlighter on the other side. Here's the cap. Okay. Here's the Wonder Stick highlighter on this side. Should have put that up a little higher. And over here, which I really don't need much since I have that highlight on the brow bone. You know, I'm just looking at this Bear With Me box, and it does say that it blurs the appearance of pores. So there's a couple of call outs on this side. Extends the wear of makeup, blurs the appearance of pores, non-sticky, lightweight, blends seamlessly, and it did blend nicely, and it made the foundation look nice. Okay, so that's that highlight, if you can see it. Moving my head that way, I look kind of ridiculous, but what have you. Okay, there are two highlights in this packaging, and the one, and it's the Born to Glow Icy Highlighter in Platinum Status and Diamond Chains. So I'll show you that this highlighter is glittery. You can kind of see the glitter in that highlighter, and that's not my style. So I'm going to use what I think is the Platinum Status, which is a smoother highlight. That's in the middle of my hand, if you can see it. Okay, on this side of the face. And alas, I will use a brush. See what I do with my mouth? That's pretty. That gives a pretty glow. You can see it. And a little up here. A little down the nose. This is a pretty highlighter. A little in the Cupid's bow. Okay, so we're up to lips. And this is where I told you I would use, at least for liner, the Color Sensational Totally Toffee from Maybelline. And I do have a NYX lipstick. So let's get going here. Let me see if I can put it down a little bit so you can see. I'm going to mute it out a bit. There's a lot of highlight around my nose, so it doesn't stand out that much, but still defines the lips. Okay, and this is the NYX Lingerie XXL in, I think it's called Down. Strip Down. Strip Down. One thing about this liquid lip is that it dries down very, very, very sticky. Okay. Just so we get a bit of the final look here. That's the final look. I will say hold on. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's got a kind of funky smell to it. Okay. My favorite product from all of these NYX products that I've used is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I do realize that this has been reviewed a while ago, but I just wanted to do a full NYX look because I haven't heard NYX spoken about in a while. And that foundation looks great. I think it looks great. My least favorite product is the eyeliner. That's the Point eyeliner, which I can't get my eyes on. Right, here it is. That's the Point eyeliner. It smudged, it smeared, it was not a... Did I mess up my lipstick? It was just not a pretty look. I love the highlighter. The eyeshadows are good. I think they're a good quality. I don't think they're a great quality. Do I think they're worth, I think they were either $15.99, $16.99, or $17.99. Do I think they're worth that much? No. I think it's probably worth about 10 bucks, this palette, I would say. The Fill and Fluff, I was very happy with. The Bear With Me did seem to take down my pores. The Wonder Stick for the blush, I love the color. I think it blended nicely. I think the Wonder Stick, what's the word I'm looking for? Contour blended nicely. So all in all, I'm very happy with this haul from NYX, and I would recommend most of these products except for the eyeliner. The mascara, I think, lengthened my lashes. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for similar and more content to come. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.